Hafiday, and good afternoon. I'd like to call to order this regular board meeting of the Guam Educational Telecommunications Corporation, PBS Guam, KGTF Channel 12. Today is Thursday, July 25th, 2024. The time is 12:27 p.m. Please state your name and indicate your attendance as we go around the table, starting with...
Hello, Judy Flores, Secretary.
Mariflor Herrero, Treasurer.
Donovan Brooks, Chair.
Lorraine Hernandez, Admin Administrative Officer.
Ina Carrillo, GM.
Rosemary Clement, Member.
Joey Frank is member.
Very good, thank you. I believe everyone has had a chance to review minutes of June 27, 2024.
Yes, I have.
I have.
Okay, I'll move to approve.
I second.
Motioned and seconded to approve the minutes of June 27, 2024. All in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. The General Manager's report.
Okay, so PBS is hosting a general managers meeting on September 18th during the 2024 NETA conference in Pittsburgh. Registration for the conference is now open. Oh gosh, sorry, you can just disregard that last sentence. Basically, the GM's meeting will be an all-day event from 8 to 4:30 p.m. on September 18th, and it's a fall meeting. So now they're moving to have spring and fall meetings. The spring meeting at the PBS annual meeting, and then the fall at the NETA conference. So I have some travel information at the end of my report. Also, yesterday, I was able to submit and renew our FY 2025 PBS membership certificate on the hub, and it basically updates all the national station member affiliates certifications. And the renewal will be completed on an annual basis and will take us through March 30, 2025. Our citizen-centric report is complete and has been transmitted to the legislature and to the Office of Public Auditor. I've attached it in your packet. It's our 2023 citizen-centric report. Basically, it gives you all of our outreach and programs, all of the additional content. It gives you a summary of our financials, and it basically just talks about all of our. It's basically PBS's all of our events and financials as a snapshot of what we did in the year. We do this every single year. We also have to submit a version of this to Corporation of Public Broadcasting. This is the local version that we submit to the legislature, every senator, and to OPA. And I did that today. I also CC'd you in the email, so you guys should have that in your inbox as well.
Yeah, I saw that. It's really impressive. I don't remember it ever being quite so grand looking, but
Yeah, and this is just what we did just in the last year. You know.
yeah, no, it's really impressive.
Yeah. It was 8 pages long. We had to condense it because it was too long. Also, there's the Medical Association's congressional debate, which will be held today at the Yoji Lecture Hall at 6 p.m. PBS Guam will be producing the event, and it's a congressional debate on healthcare. So we'll live stream and broadcast that today.
It will be live streamed today at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. So live stream will be on YouTube.
On YouTube.
And then the broadcast on...
It'll be on YouTube
Yes.
right away or like tomorrow?
Live. Yeah.
today.
Really?
So when you
I
wake
know,
up,
but if I can't stay up all night. so
yeah,
can I
you'll see it when
tomorrow?
you'll be able to see it when you wake up. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
this is
I'm very-
sponsored by Guam Medical Association?
yes, the medical association. It's actually their
Who-
debate,
what
and
doctors
we're
are gonna be
partnering
there?
with them to stream and broadcast. I'm sorry.
Who are the doctors that are going to be there?
I think it's all the medical association, but Dr. Shea and Dr. Akimoto are the two main doctors that are putting it together.
Okay.
They're
So
the
our boys are there
politicians.
now setting up. Some of them are there setting up. We also have another board meeting that will be another GovGuam. It's the CLTC board meeting today. So we have a pretty packed day today. As far as engineering is concerned, I'm glad to report that that our P2P STL, that's the transmitter location equipment that was located at the transmitter site in Barragata Heights. The equipment finally came in, and John Munya is testing it. So they received the equipment, and they will begin installation and testing in-house here in Mangilao. Once it's fully tested, then they're going to install it in Barragata on the transmitter. In the transmitter room, and then we'll be able to broadcast free TV again.
Good.
Once that's done, we'll start procurement on the microwave. I skipped the FCC DIRS, which is, we continue to report to the FCC that we are not broadcasting on free TV, but John Munya just received the equipment, so I'm hopeful that it will be very soon. In the next, August 1st is his kind of target date to be back on the air. And that will bring us back on air. We haven't been back on air since the typhoon. As far as the generator is concerned, Guahan Power Solutions, they've placed the order for the equipment, and it is being built out already. We'll have another update in August as to when it can be delivered, and that's for the two 100 kilowatt generators that we will install, one here and then one in Barragata. I'm excited for that. And with the new transmitter, we shouldn't have any issues with not broadcasting during typhoons. So we could be a true pause, which is a
Public service.
public announcement, emergency announcement
Yeah. It's great.
station, basically. And then Liberation. Overall, I'm happy with the product that we produced. The parade was 5 hours long. On the 21st, PBS ran a full day of commemorational content to include coverage of the live Liberation Day parade, the Liberation Day fireworks, a rebroadcast of the parade, and it was a huge task for our short staff. We were able to control most of the production and push out a good product. But we're always looking to improve, the product, the production of our signature event. Oh, there's a typo. We have gotten some construction feedback, which we'll be discussing with the broadcast team, and then also considering that feedback and putting it or implementing it for next year. So we haven't yet debriefed because we just came back from Liberation. Tuesday was a holiday. Yesterday we were unloading and putting all the equipment back and preparing for today because we had a stacked day in production. So we're looking at probably debriefing next week because, the boys are burnt out, basically. I've attached the P&L. I wish I would have printed a copy, but I've attached a copy of the P&L here. So you could see that we were able to raise for Liberation in cash from sponsorship $81,115. We got in kind NFFS, which means we can count toward. So this is how we'll do the breakdowns now. We'll have NFFS and non-NFFS, so it's easy for us to break down. But NFFS means non-federally funded source, right? Which means it can count toward our fundraising goal with CPB as cash, we were able to raise $41,500 of NFFS in kind. And then in the in kind non-NFFS category, it was $1,272. Altogether, if you consider cash raised, NFFS in kind, and non-NFFS in kind, we raised $123,887.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, just for
That's
liberation. This year, I think, is maybe one of our record years. It's the highest I've ever seen in the past, and I'm so proud about that. If you look at our expenses, I mean, based on it was $10,000 basically, and a lot of that was some new equipment that we needed. It's right here, Sean. Yes, we bought things like camera raincoats because it rains every single year and we need to use them. And we usually use trash bags, but we thought we'll just splurge and spend the $600 since we raised so much money, and get proper camera covers so we can make sure that the cameras. I mean, because these are brand new cameras. These cameras are like $50,000 each. So we wanted to invest in that.
So, so altogether, we made $114,000.
Of cash and non-NFFS, and NFFS, yes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very, very good.
That value will go toward our fundraising goal. We need to raise about $800. So if you're talking about cash, we probably raised about 70, a little bit over 70.
Yeah, it's there.
71,271.
The
Excuse me, is
71,271.
that some private companies? Did AK give money?
Yes, they did. They gave $10,000.
Yeah, because my husband told me he saw Anne Marie, the one that runs the Chamorro School, talking to the head of AK.
Yes.
So I thought, well, why were they there?
Yes, they gave. That's exactly why they were there, because they were a presenter. So
I figured, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so we had planned to. I knew that his time would be pretty much. Basically, he wanted to talk about AK. They had been on Guam for 110 years. They had been through the war. They supported community after war. That's what they wanted to talk about. And I knew that he wanted to talk about that, and probably people would think like, what the heck does that have to do with liberation, and be upset. So we tried to schedule him from 8 to 9 o'clock. The parade started at 8, but the floats wouldn't arrive until 9, right? So we tried to schedule him at that time, and he was. But the problem was the governor was late, and when she was received at the grandstand, she didn't want to go on until close to 9, which pushed him back, which meant he was talking through the parade. And so, as a $10,000 presenter sponsor, I had to have him on the broadcast, but, the timing just didn't really work out. And so, unfortunately, we have to underwrite this thing. And it's a huge, this is our huge fundraiser for us,
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff we got in kind, but how we pay for all of this stuff, including labor and stuff like that, you would see that our costs would probably be in the 40s or 50,000, So it is a huge undertaking, and we have to underwrite, and it's our main fundraiser, so we need to have sponsors. And I know the community doesn't really care about it, but, we've taken steps to make the parade better this year by doing the picture-in-picture. So you saw the big parade, and then the MCs in the small little thing, right? And then we never cut the parade when we went into commercial break. So as we were in commercial break, you saw there was a screen on the side with the parade, so you could still see what was going on. And our sponsors did get the mentions we promised, but I can't control. I think a lot of people were upset about times where maybe the governor was talking, the LT was talking, but those kind of things, we have to
Accommodate.
yeah. So we're going to debrief and with all the production and figure out ways to make the parade better. Also, but also the public should know that this is, a broadcasted production, where you have to have some commentary. And also, well, anyway, I'm proud of the product that we were able to produce with the staff we had.
Yet, but I mean, I will see it. But who was the MC?
We had 6 of them. Oh,
Wow.
Crystal was the parade MC for the actual parade live. The problem is, Crystal is announcing one thing. We are broadcasting something else. So Crystal is seeing what's happening in front of her, right?
Yeah,
The parade
yeah.
is going, it's passing the grandstand, but we are broadcasting, it's not real time. So that's why we have the monitor on the screen, so you could look at the monitor. That in your head has to be what you're talking about, we have to, that is what is being broadcast, right? It's not real time. So we try not to, that's why we have the MCs there. We try not to, we don't plug into Crystal's audio, because then it would never match up and people will get confused. Like, why are you talking about AK when I'm looking at Triple J? Or something like that,
Yeah.
Marines are walking by and then the Air Force is coming up and Crystal will be talking about the Air Force, but we're still showing the Marines, because it doesn't jive, because we're broadcast, right? So we have to, it's not real time. So there's some issues. We're trying to work it out and see what's the best way to do it, including, changing the stage around, the set around, and trying to figure it out. But we will, overall, I'm happy with the product. We were really short staff this year. But the temps we were able to find, they did really well, considering they weren't familiar with the equipment that we have. So yeah, I'm pretty proud about it, and I'm very proud about, the underwriting that we were able to get for the parade. And right as of today, all of our sponsors are very, very happy, including AK. They're really happy about what they were able to get. So there's give and take there, with what the consumer sees and what our sponsors think. And I think our sponsors are very happy right now. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just strive for a balance in the future.
Yeah, we have to
You
somehow.
always try to improve, but
Yeah.
I think it was great.
Well,
I've just-
overall, I liked the commentary. I
Yeah.
like the way those of you who commented kind of
Yeah.
guided the conversation. I thought it was interesting.
I like the stories, I
Yeah.
mean, they were all, with the exception of AK when he started to get carried away and talk about electric. But everybody else, right? I liked the stories. I liked what the governor was saying, talking about her father and his time during the war and his role, right? Because that,
It's historical.
It is historical. Her father is a historical man. She's a historical woman, and they have roots that go back to the war. And the whole liberation is commemorating our liberation. That's what it's all about. And so I thought that was perfect, but there's certain viewers that watch and they just want to see the parade. They want to see.
Haters gonna hate. What can I say?
They want to see, Juan Cruz who's marching with the Marines, and you only have 2 seconds to see him, and they don't want to be bothered with the commentary. But you just can't. You can't make everyone happy.
Yeah.
And I thought the product that we produced, the clarity, and was good. Was great. Yeah.
Of the subject, but you should think about doing something to remember and to honor the very first doctor of Guam, Dr. Sablan. The one that made the Guam AMSEN, Fanogue Chamorro. He's the very first doctor of Guam, and he was working during the war. And as a matter of fact, my father-in-law, who was about 15 at the time, was like his helper, going all around the island and taking care of the people. Yeah. And then
He's still alive?
No, he died. He got so
That's the one
burned
that just
out.
died recently?
Yes.
He burned out
Robert
after the
Howard?
war because he was overwhelmed, and so he moved off island with his family, and now his granddaughter, which is Andrea Sablang Leitherser. She's a doctor in Guam, and she lives here with her granddaughter. But, her father, which is the very first doctor of Guam, who really worked real hard during the war, and he is the one who composed the Whanawi Chamorro, the one national anthem. And when I talk to people it's like they have forgotten him. And he's a very interesting person to remember, I think.
I'll let Kel know. I mean, it seems like he would be perfect for Sina,
Yeah.
right? Our new program that we've been
Yeah.
pushing last year. Yeah. Okay, so that's basically liberation. And then the last item was just the fall managers meeting. I kind of put the numbers together. It would be just a little bit over 3,000 if. Oh, and new business. Okay, so then that's it for my report.
Well, congratulations to Aina and the team, all of you, because you were able to put together a very good liberation parade. And it was very good.
Also to the chairman who hosted for the first 2 hours.
Oh, yes. You two were very good.
That's so nerve-wracking. No, I think it was great. I mean, I've watched that parade 4 times already, the whole thing.
Yeah, I
And
enjoyed it.
I'm happy with the commentary. It's a little a lot, but it's good.
Let's one at a time.
Yeah, there was people just the marching and everything,
There were points where we could have, we need to find a way to cue the host a little bit better, and I think that's when I think what we need to do is brief them, maybe like have a briefing meeting and let them know that we have these cues and this is what it means, like cut your conversation or whatever tense, whatever. So I think that's how we can control it a little bit more. But overall, I thought the conversation was interesting.
Yes.
I'll tell you, the 2 hours went by very quickly.
Did it?
When they said you're done, I'm like, really?
Even
So
though
I had a great time sitting there and listening.
yeah.
I thought, given the situations that we were facing, the setup was a little different. I just had to kind of go with it.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that I was talking to, Laura Sauter was, she's a very intelligent person. She had
Yes.
interesting things to say. I wanted at the time to ask her if she would translate, but I didn't. And Joey pointed out that it would have been a natural thing just to ask her, okay, now can you, for our listeners who may not speak Chamorro, can you please just repeat in English what you said? And that would have been a good thing, and that would have drawn our audience in. But sitting next to the governor and having them both talking about old stories that they were lived through, I found it very interesting, and I think that some of our viewership feels the same way. But of course, everybody's got different tastes, and some people's have less patience. So
I think overall,
It's history. I don't think that anyone needs to apologize for history. That's why we have the Liberation Parade, right? It's about real things, and more people should be educated, and that's what we are about, right?
yeah. Overall, I think the overall consensus, with people, is that the general public did like the parade. They loved. They're very happy with the coverage. They liked the parade. They thought it was interesting, and they did like the content that we were able to produce. But there were some, right? And before I watched the parade, just being on the sidelines, just trying to run around and see what's going on, I felt like it was a lot of talking too, and that's what I was really scared of. So I was always constantly asking, like, Sean, because he had comms and he could hear everything, like, are they talking too much? What are they talking about? Like, I can't hear them. I could just see their mouths moving. And I was worried about that, and I think I was just panicking, as people were telling me, like, during the parade, you have those people commenting on YouTube and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Like, shut up. Like, but no, we're not going to shut up.
Yeah.
I was panicking about that.
That's the right thing to say.
Yeah, but I've watched the parade, just watched it again yesterday, but like I've watched it 4 times, and the more I watch it, the more I like it. So I'm happy with it. Yeah. I just
I
do
believe
think that
I would like to just intervene here for a moment, just as an observer. For my first time, just watching the parade as it was ongoing during the program, that everything, of course, aside from just the delays and whatnot, overall, the parade in itself, from beginning to end, was really just very, very well organized for something as quickly as organized as it was. And all of the content that was presented as far as the people that were involved, organizations, and we have literally a scripted binder of all of the information that needs to be announced during the time that these event participants are being reviewed, and that it'd be important for us to kind of just stay focused on that during the times that they're passing. And that way the audience will be able to appreciate who they are and their story and their mission and all of that. Aside from that, all of the dialogue that takes place in between the event participants, that there is there's a certain window for them to throw in a little bit of a story or whatever, and not overall throughout the course of the parade passing by. I think that was the only thing that, for me personally, that I would have appreciated. Just who are these people? Who are they? And how did they end up being a part of this parade? And what does their membership in this parade really mean to them? And having their story told as well. They're a part of it as well, right? So as a viewer this time around, I was really appreciative of the people that were on board and came up to talk and tell their stories. And all of those are all valued. The lieutenant governor and the governor and even Laura, of course. And those are very, very important people in our community that we do recognize, and we know that they have a very strong language ability as well, and being able to talk both in English and in Tagalog. And all of those aspects of what our programming represents in the community really shines. And I thought that the quality, like you said, Ina, the quality of our production is exemplary. It's just like, it stands out there in the standards of standards. You know, you really appreciate all of the technology and the ability of how our station is able to produce something live. And there weren't so many flaws in it at all as far as production goes. There were a few instances where the microphones weren't loud enough during the time that they were supposed to be, but you know, those are live things that we have to really contend with. And if you don't have someone in the production aspect on stage to kind of cue those things, I think that those are the areas that we can focus on next time, to have someone actually cueing what's going on. Not facing parade is another issue, and facing the monitor. It was a really great idea, but in the same token, you know, when we're distracted by other things, that we're not really aware of the monitor and what's going on behind us as well. So that's just me kind of giving a little bit of an input with regard to how we can improve the next time around. And I think that just having the individuals that are on board on the mic stands, that they're able to actually stay on cue with regards to what's going on. But good stuff all around. I really appreciated it and enjoyed it from beginning to end. Thank you so much, everybody.
I agree with that. I think we need to have one. So usually we have two kind of anchors with one rotating guest. So I think what we need to do is have one main anchor that just follows the script. And then he can let the secondary anchor, you know, they could discuss with themselves, okay, you read this one now, or I'll read it. But one that just follows the script, right? To make sure that it's kept, you know, it's a lot going on. People are on camera. They're live, you know, it is easy to forget about it. And just, you know, and it's hard to have to cut somebody hey, Gov, you know, we're talking about this right now, you know, so I think, you know, that's a very valid point, and that is something we've been thinking about, how can we do that? But I think maybe the way would be just to designate one anchor to just follow the script and make sure that, you know, every entry has some sort of mention. And then also, I think we needed to talk about the theme a little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great
So
theme this year, actually. I really liked it.
it was a
And
good
how it
theme.
kinda-
I think
the-
I need
the theme
to,
itself.
maybe I need to write script for the opening, the opening remark, like maybe like one or two
Yeah.
paragraphs or just one paragraph that needs to be said. And then, like we could ad lib and add our own kind of thing. But,
Yeah.
something that kind of just wraps everything together, like this is the PBS parade, this is the theme, this is, whatever. So
Yes,
that's easy.
I
I
agree.
could easily do it. It's just, a lot of times we're thinking that these things can just automatically happen and it will just automatically come out and then we forget. But yeah, it's good. It's good that we're talking about it. Yes.
I'm glad that you started off with Donovan and how he and Laura were able to at least start the dialogue of how the parade and the story behind the parade and all of the stories that followed thereafter. It was all just kind of moment that we had to take advantage of, and that sometimes it overlaps what's going on in the background. And so that's the only thing about it, is that to have that one individual production person or director to be on stage to cue people as to what's going on, so that there's no where we don't venture too far away from the elements of other stories or whatnot. But I think overall I like that it's free flowing in a way, but we still need to kind of keep on track, That's the best that I can say. Good job overall.
Thank you, Joe.
For the station and the crew, and Chairman, thank you so much for stepping up this year again. And I really missed the fact that I wasn't able to be there personally, but just know that I was really appreciative of all of the things that happened from the beginning all the way to the end. Good job, everybody.
Thank you. All right, moving on. Anna, is there anything else we have to discuss regarding the GM meeting? Have we covered that?
No, I just put the figures on the back of the report. This is as of today, so it may change, but it's slightly over 3,000. It's what the
The airfare is only 22 to Pittsburgh and back?
yeah.
Are you going over, are you going out of Japan
It's Hawaii, right? Or I think it's Hawaii.
Where is that?
to Pittsburgh?
And it's just for one day?
The end of
No,
the-
it's for
the end of Anna's report?
yeah. It's just their annual it's a meeting, but it's I think altogether 3 days.
Okay. Okay, we'll get to that in new business.
Okay.
Okay, so we are done with the general manager's report. Thank you very much. I know.
Okay.
I don't see any financials.
No, financial for June is not closed, the books are not closed, so you still have May. So we'll get that.
We reviewed May already.
Yeah.
So this in here is for
Last
That's
year's
for fiscal year.
our closing
fiscal year
statement.
ending on September 23. Is that
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you
And we
know.
haven't gotten our audit books, so once we get that, I did request what's going on. They haven't given
So
us-
it looks good. This year, are we doing
That will be
better?
the end
Oh,
of the fiscal year?
yeah.
Yeah.
How are we doing so far?
We're okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a few really big MOUs that we're working on. We're excited about. They're almost finalized, and that will really push us over the top. So I think you'll be pretty pleased once that happens. I don't want to jinx it, so I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But
okay.
If you really look at the financial, you can't base yourself with the previous 22 and then 23
Because of
is
the
because of
storm.
the amount we got from the APR and then the
ARP.
and educational, with the
Stabilization
those are the funding
fund.
that came in during that year. That's why our revenue was so large. We had a
COVID.
lot, yeah, the COVID time. So moving forward, we're just basing ourselves on fundraising.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so far so good.
So you're going to see a drastic change in 24's financial, unless, like she said, we're still waiting
Still
for
waiting for some
that grant to
MOUs.
come in.
Okay. All right. So then we will skip the financial statement review for now.
Yeah, but for now, it's, it's stable.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that I'm understanding correctly, because we also did not review finances last month.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Did May?
We did.
Yes, we did.
That was for May.
Yeah, it was close all the way up to May.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Now, I did read somewhere on the minutes that we are having fundraisers come in, like there's
The
going to be a
gala.
gala, and there's also going to be the readathon.
And readathon, yes. So we have readathon happening in the first quarter of the school year, and then we have a gala that we are trying to plan. We have a tentative entertainment, which is going to be. Oh my gosh, what is Santino's band called? Do you know? Renaissance. Renaissance.
That's from where?
You like them?
Are they local or?
Renaissance. They're dismantled. They're not together anymore. So we're thinking about them. We're thinking of some more a lower. But if the board had any recommendations, we would be open.
I mean, I love jazz, and I think the trade winds are great. I know that's just jazz, but they were at our last gala, weren't they?
Yes, that was.
Patrick
I know one of
Palone.
them was my student. The Glazer boy was my student.
I think the first gala
And I
was
saw them
Patrick.
in that Patrick Palomo film.
Maybe we should have some local. We don't need to spend money bringing people from outside.
Well, those guys are not outside.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
they're
about
from-
the dancers? That place, the jazz dancers. How do you call that company that has been in existence for over 40 years? They send people.
Skip?
Skip. Yeah, my granddaughter is in there. They have from the little kids to the older kids, and they do a very good job, and they're very entertaining.
Okay.
Well, it's not our position on the board to determine who the
No,
gala
I am
is.
suggesting that rather
Well,
than spend
if you
money
have- if you do
bringing
have
people from
this-
outside, draw from local talent.
You have to get the parents to buy the
Well,
ticket.
We always use them for our. We always
Pledge.
use them for pledge. You know, like
Yeah.
all of these local artists. I think a gala is the gala is our time to kind of step it up a little bit.
The performers that.
Yeah, it's more of a music band or some kind of.
I kind of agree that the gala is our best foot forward for the year, and we need to make sure that it's maybe a cut above. All due respect to Skip and the young folks that do that, but
They're good entertainers.
number one, we're asking a fair penny
Couple
for
$100
people to come
ticket.
in. We want to give them maybe something that they can't get here. That's kind of my take on it. But finances.
Yeah, no,
will
I know what
dictate.
you're saying. I mean, the thing is, I think that some, like musicians, I think like the trade winds are fabulous, but you're selling things, then you have to have like a big name because that attracts people, but that doesn't mean they're necessarily better than some local people.
Yeah,
But I
this-
understand you need a name. You want a big name. But I don't know any big names.
Well, I don't know about big names. I mean, as long as it's nice and professional entertainment, and these kids, they win in the United States, in Europe. I mean, they travel all over, and they come with all kinds of trophies, like #1 place that they win many times. But anyway, doesn't matter. We have time to. You guys have time.
We
to
have a
plan.
little bit of time, so that's what we've been talking about in development. I should probably have something more firm by the next meeting. And that would be for the gala. And then, yes, we have a readathon, which is another big fundraising for us that we have planned for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. We don't have anything under old business, do we? Does anyone have anything under old business that they need to discuss?
That's not nothing.
Okay. So under new business, we have a couple of things. Ina?
So for the approval of Liberation shirts, our first order of Liberation shirts was for $23.55. We ordered it was like 150 T-shirts, but then after that order, we got additional sponsors, and so most of that 150 shirts were going to sponsors. It's supposed to be sponsors and staff, but then we got a bunch of like last minute sponsors, and in this sponsorship package includes T-shirts. So we had to place an order for a second order, which is $23.15, and that was again for more sponsor shirts.
2315 mean 2,315?
Yeah, of shirts. Yeah.
Who were the sponsors?
Here, let me read it out. So, like Jones and Guerrero, they gave us $10,000. They got like 20 shirts. AK gave us 10,000. Bank of Guam gave 10,000.
Oh, I saw that list. I didn't know that. That's
GPD,
okay.
Jibwig, DPHSS.
Yeah, no, I have that list.
Okay.
I didn't know that's the people that got the
So
shirts.
all these
Yeah, okay.
people, I mean, we raised 81,000. So, you know,
No, I'm not.
yeah.
I understand.
So
Okay.
because the first order was under 2,500, I approved it, right? Thinking like that,
Yeah.
you know,
So
but then we had to reorder. So, and basically I did approve it again because it was under 25, but I just wanted to the board to be aware. Because if you put the two
Okay.
orders together, then it would be over, but it was two separate orders, so it's okay. But I just wanted to bring it up just for transparency.
So the
no
new
big
order
issue.
is how much?
23.15.
So it's double the
Yeah.
first one. Okay,
Yeah.
so you order another
Yes,
150
yes.
T-shirts. Okay.
And that's how we were able to sell some of the shirts over at the parade because we had extra shirts. So, I mean, I don't need any approval or anything. I just wanted to be transparent to the board that we had to order so many shirts.
We need to do.
So we don't need to.
It's the same.
No.
Same company?
He didn't do another PO. I mean,
I couldn't
Oh,
do
it
it.
is. It's a separate invoice.
so
We
there's
make so
another-
much money, so we give T-shirts
But
out.
same
It's really
Just do it
marketing.
together.
Oh.
It's a very good
Oh,
Approving both.
so Lorraine is saying that we should just
Approve it.
have the board approve it as one amount.
Because we did two separate PO, and we're using the same company.
Because altogether.
So if you're doing the
it's above
separate
the-
PO, it's
yeah.
another 3 quotes. So, but we use the same company to get the shirts to the reorder.
Because they were the lowest,
So at
yeah.
least we can say that we
2315.
spent 40, what?
I'm just
Then
adding it now.
4,000? Yeah,
4,600.
6.
yeah.
Still
Because it is, we don't
4670.
want to say that we did two, you know. It's better to approve
Yeah.
one.
And the second order was done on July 18th, just 2 days before Liberation.
So the total,
So the motion would be to approve the purchase of,
the T-shirt.
Liberation shirts in the amount of $46.70.
So it's like 300 T-shirts.
300, yes.
Okay. So you want us to do that now?
Yeah.
Motion,
Then you
okay.
approved it.
3,000 T-shirts.
so is everybody clear on what we're doing?
Yes.
Oops,
Yes.
why am I putting?
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Okay, so I would like to move that we approve the requisition for the Liberation T-shirt order of 300 T-shirts in the amount of 4,600 plus, right?
70, yeah.
70.
70,
70.
4670.
4670. 4,670.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I second the motion.
Thank you, Rosemary. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I want to always be careful, you know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Roger that. Thank you very much, Lorraine.
Now the
Okay. Travel authorization for the general manager. Figures were on the back of the GM report of 2256 airfare.
If it could just be an estimated amount, that would be appreciated because if the price changes tomorrow.
Yep.
Are you the only one going, or?
Yeah, it's a GM's meeting.
It's
Okay.
just a one-day meeting.
Yes.
Okay. So it's 150 to register for the conference, 633 per diem, times what? 2 or 3?
So it's
How many days you're gonna have to be there?
Oh, that's it. That's total. That's for 3 days.
Okay, 633 for per diem. For the 3 days she's going to require.
Okay.
I think it's 3039.
Okay.
2, 3. So,
I'll make that motion then.
so no more than 3,500. Should cap it at 35.
Okay, so I will make the motion to approve the amount for the General Managers Conference on September 18th, at the amount up to $3,500.
No, more than that. Is the airfare, the GN's meeting
Per diem.
application,
So that's about
and the
three.
per diem. It's about a little bit over 3,000.
So
Yes,
she's not
but-
yet made the reservation. It
Yeah,
might
up
to-
increase.
up to- the
So I would say
amount
maybe
of-
up to 3,500?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah.
That is my motion.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Okay, I second the motion.
Okay, so the motion is to approve $3,500 in expenses for the general manager meeting. Motion and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you. Done.
Okay.
Cool.
No executive session, right?
No. I would just like to note that I think it's very important for INA to attend these meetings because it gets Guam out into the PBS community. And we want people to know that we are here and,
Yeah.
you know, are here to participate and make them think about us, you know.
Yeah, and when C applies for grants, they know you and they know us and we have to make ourselves
I
visible.
mean, they know
We
me
need to
and
let them
Lorraine
know.
already.
We need to let them know we need
CPB,
help.
Good, okay.
At CPB, they know us. Yeah.
They'd be like, oh no, those girls from Guam are coming.
Yeah, I know.
They are coming, always asking.
Actually, we hide from them.
Well, we were hiding
We
last
were
time
hiding
because
from
we
them
didn't
'cause-
submit our audit yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they just need to
But
know that
the
we're
time
there.
before, we were stalking them.
Yeah.
'Cause we wanted fun.
The year before, we were
emergency money.
always looking where we're going to sit over there. They're there.
They're eating lunch. We're gonna go. Let's go over there. Yeah.
But at least they know us because really, the years before was only the 2 conferences that we ever went to. GMs never go to their GM meeting, but this is good that we start
Yes,
going to.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no
Donovan, is there
executive
anything
session.
else we have to approve? Because I'm kind of fading.
Okay.
Right?
Rosemary, thank you so much. We're done.
Okay.
No
well,
approval
next
anymore.
board meeting?
Next board
Next
meeting.
one, August.
When do you come back?
August 1st, late at night.
Okay, you're good.
Next week.
It would be
Tuesday or
the
Wednesday.
22nd, 29th.
22nd with the 29th as a backup.
Yeah, is that good?
Yep,
August 22nd at 12:30.
August 29?
backup is
Backup
29th.
29.
Oh, August 22nd?
22nd, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate having it at the end because then something gets screwed up. It's better to have the
Yes.
second to last, yeah.
Rosemary, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes, Rosemary.
Okay. Good night, all.
Good night.
Night.
I'm going to bed.
Okay, so.
Good night, Joey. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, you want a motion to adjourn, Rosemary?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I order adjournment.
What time?
All in favor, say
I
aye.
second.
Aye.
Okay.
It's 1:15.
Okay.
All
Good night.
right.
Oh my gosh, that's very
Take
good.
care.
We did
Good
very,
to see you
very
all.
good timing.
Thanks, Joey.
Okay,
Adios.
1:15.
Puntos.
Adios, adios.
Okay.
Adios, maase.
Pagod.
Adios.